let's talk about the band overall, you know, and go from the start in a way.
You know, I met up with a bunch of musician friends of mine from different bands that I'd known, and we'd always talked about jamming, so it came to that point where, you know, we were all in the same city, so we decided to rent out the rehearsal factory for a couple days and one of the rooms there. And to me at the time, it didn't, even now it still doesn't matter, but there was no cap on how many members we wanted to have all at once. The band itself, I don't think we've had less than 5 or 6 guys in a room together.
What do you see you guys return now? You're waiting on a release of the album, which we've talked about. Do you, as you're waiting, you know, you as a band, as I know, you still continue to write in rehearsals and write in sound checks, and people still show up with riffs. Do you bank it? Do you demo it? Do you?
Yeah, I'm in a process right now where we're currently waiting for the Gypsy Chief album to be released, and
you know what? Why don't we go with the fact too that why don't we go with the line too? I hate to go with a line, but why don't we go with the line that you realize in a lot of ways that the record industry isn't the same anymore, and that relationships with labels aren't really conventional anymore. We're flexible. We're willing to roll with whatever you are. I think kind of touch on something like that. If you don't say exactly that, kind of say something like that. You have an understanding. You know it's not the same, and you're not asking for some dream.
yeah.
You know, you can provide realistic results for somebody who can provide realistic support.
Right. Yeah. You know, right now we're just, you know, in the process of trying to find a label for this album, and it's pretty important this time around to be doing that. And you know, it was one or the other. We were going to find a label, or we were going to release it ourselves. Got an album that's, you know, going to turn things around a bit, and you know, the label to me is everything right now. You know, we need to make sure that, you know, who we get is somebody that we've admired and, you know, looked up to, because we have a slew of labels that, you know, have been interested, and we have other labels that we're trying to get interested, and these ones that we're trying to get interested on are no way near as big as, you know, the big ones, you know, the big labels. So, you know, why do we want to get on these labels? You know, and it's because they've released quality records, you know, bands that we have, you know, bands that we've played with. You know, it just makes sense this time to, you know, kind of get in where we fit in, and that's it.
It's really good. It's really good.
That the last part, I'm sure.
I love the interpretation you had of all that. I love
Cool.
where you went with all that. Like,
Oh, okay.
you went in a place that I wasn't expecting.